Hello! I'm trying to get Twitch working. My microphone's not working for some reason. But that's okay because I usually take like a minute to set up. Hello! I'm just trying to get my microphone working on Twitch, and I always take like a couple of minutes to just set up with my stitch logs. Anyway, sorry. Welcome. It's awesome to see you all here. I'm talking mostly to YouTube, not to Twitch because they can't hear me. I am gonna probably have to just do a really quick hack. I'll set up my headset and I won't actually put it on, but I can have the microphone running. Yay! Okay, Twitch can hear me. Hopefully they can hear me pretty well. So, welcome to Winter Vibes Stitch Along. This is probably my biggest stitch along so far. There's a lot of stitches, so I'm gonna try and like peer. And it has decided to go down just as you started. Oh no. Yeah, this stitch along has the most stitches of all of my stitch alongs so far. So I'm hoping to try and compress it into 2 weeks, but we'll see how we go, really. Just trying to do one more thing so I can see the chat. There we go. Okay, I had to like log into my personal Instagram so that I can actually see the chat. Okay, well, it's 5 past. I'm gonna just, I don't know, put my headset somewhere so that Twitch can hear me. But yes, I'm going to assume that everyone has their pattern transferred already onto their fabric, because this is an intermediate level pattern. So if you're on Twitch, you can already see, you can kind of see it on Instagram actually, but if you're on Twitch, you can already see that I've got my pattern already on my fabric. So there's not really anything to do prior. So we'll just get started. I'm gonna have to just with Instagram up here, so just hang tight. Okay. All right. Who's with me still? People are still with me. That's excellent. So, a little bit of housekeeping. I will be attempting to, if you didn't see my stories, I think it's mirrored. I don't know how to switch it. Yeah, okay. So, tomorrow I'm going to just start with the camera facing the back, because I can't find a really quick way that wouldn't take me like 5 minutes of searching to flip it. So I haven't done a live video since September. So they've changed all of the controls for live videos on me, and I didn't think to test it. So I apologize greatly. Hang tight with me today. We might just, oh, hi on Twitch. Curiosity Door, hello. I will start for Instagram like this. We won't do anything too terribly difficult today, just because Instagram is seeing it mirrored. So again, I apologize. But some housekeeping. I'm working in a 7-inch hoop. The piece is designed to sit in a 6-inch hoop, but you might find it easier to work in a 7-inch or even an 8-inch hoop size, just because that way you've got all this extra room to like tie off your threads at the back and stuff like that. So that's why mine is looking a little bit tiny. I also unfortunately couldn't get more of the variegated or colorist, floss that you see in this piece. This is my finished piece. So this the scarf, this parts of the beanie and the mittens, they all use this 4235 floss, and unfortunately that's all I have left after doing all of this. I tried to get some more from a couple of craft stores that are in my area, but unfortunately I couldn't get any more. So for my stitch, for the one I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do a really close version of, which is 4230. As you can see, it's like the next step up. It doesn't have the same kind of blues, but it's pretty similar. So yeah, if you see me get this color out instead of this one, that's why that's happening. So apologies, but otherwise I've got all my little flosses in my little tin. Someone on a Facebook group pointed out that these little welly tins that you can get are the perfect size for a bunch of little bobbins. So I have that. And that's a little tidbit for you if you didn't know that. But let's get started. We are going to do, like I said, something really simple. We're going to start with the fly stitch. If you haven't read the pattern, that's okay. The fly stitch is our little snowflakes here. It's very easy, and again, we're starting with a really easy stitch just because Instagram is flipping my work for me. So I couldn't find any either. I think I got the same alternative. Nice. Yeah, I've got, I think, almost a whole skein of this, and you do need close to a whole skein. As you can see, I almost ran out. So, and this was a brand new skein of 4235. You can actually go online if you are using a different color like I'm going to be using. What you can do for the beanie in particular is go on the internet, search colors used in DMC, whatever number you pick, and choose 2 of the colors that are used to combine and create the alternative color. So that's what actually we're going to be doing with the beanie. One of the stitches is the darkest color in it and the other one is the lightest color. So you might want to try and color match the spiderweb stitch here to what we're going to be doing in here. That's entirely up to you. I actually might do that myself because then it won't look as strange. So, but we'll be doing these stitches another time. But for now, we're going to do these snowflakes. It's very easy, very cute little stitch. So what we need is 2 strands of floss. I'll move these out of the way. 2 strands of floss. We're going to be using 159, or you can even use white for this, especially if you're stitching on a non-white fabric like I did here. This is a grey fabric, but I always do my stitch alongs on a white piece just so that you can see it as best as possible. So I'm just going to grab out 2 strands. If you haven't got your pattern on the fabric yet, there is lots and lots of videos, including my own stitch alongs, that I show you how I get the fabric marked up. It's pretty simple. All you need is daylight and a window. This needle is actually too thick, so I'm going to find a new needle. It's not the worst if you don't have a second needle. I like using a thinner one for less strands. I keep losing all my needles. Here we go. There's a little one. Alright, we're going to use that one. Actually, no, I don't lose them. I snap them. Not deliberately. Alright, so I'm going to assume that you guys on Instagram can see my hands. I am so sorry that it's doing this. I can't see because the camera's using the front face camera and so it's pointing down. I can't see the screen. So I'm going to do a quilter's knot. To do that, we grab our needle in one hand, the end of our floss in the other. We're going to pinch the tail of the floss underneath the needle like this, and we're going to wrap, because it's 2 strands, we're going to wrap at least 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I just do a couple for luck. Squish them all together. We're going to hold it kind of gentle. If you don't have a needle that has if you have a needle that has an eye that like expands past like the body of the needle, you'll need to hold it kind of loose and twist it a little bit, like mine. If you've got a needle that has an eye that's flush with the width of the needle, then that's so much easier. That's why I'm struggling with this. There we go. And you just pull it through, pinch it with the other hand, so you can see the little tail here, and just pull it through, and that will create your knot at the end. So that's a quilter's knot. That's how I always recommend you start your thread, and it's easy to just trim off the end, the little tail bit, and that way it doesn't get caught and pulled through. So we're gonna move that out of the way. And for the fly stitch, sorry, I'm just shifting everything. All right, we're gonna do this one here. We're gonna come up at one of the intersections of the points. Hope you can see that. I'm just coming up here. Going in at the tip of the middle of one of the points, of the same point that you're working on. Then we're going to come up at the tip of one of the Y points. Sorry if you can hear my husband yawning. And then go in, but don't pull all the way through. We're going to come back up where we started. Try not to push the needle through the knot that you've created. So you want to have your thread around where you want to now take the next stitch. So we're going to pull through, and then we're going to finish the stitch in the center of the snowflake. And that's your little fly stitch, sorry. So then we're just going to come up for the next one. Go in at the middle tip point. Then up at one of the like little forks. And don't pull all the way through. I'm blocking off all my light. Catch the thread, so you make your little Y shape, or it's like a little fork, I guess, because it's not just a Y, and then go in the middle. So it's a really simple little stitch. I feel like it's perfect for snowflakes. Oh, that's so weird that it's mirrored on Instagram. I'm so sorry, everybody. When I realized I probably should have stopped the live and started a new one. Don't mind me knocking stuff around on my desk. So one thing you want to make sure is you want to keep going in the same point here, right in the center, so that way you don't have any gaps. And you want to pull the thread. I'm just going to close my door 1 second, sorry. It is a fun stitch. I like it on this one. You get to kind of do double. So make sure that this loop that we're like catching isn't twisted. So you want it to to be able to sit out and not have like a twist or anything like that in it, otherwise it won't sit right. Don't worry about it not necessarily looking exactly perfect. Just remember that snowflakes are all different. Oops. When you pull this, so that we still got, oh, ouch, we still got the loop here. You don't want to pull it this direction. You want to be pulling it this direction to pull it tight. Otherwise, you're going to lose your little like V shape. Okay, so that's that. I am going to be bad and I'm going to carry my thread just because I'm having trouble with Instagram and I can't like move my phone and then put it back in place really easily. So normally I don't carry my thread across sections like this, but I'm going to today. I need to move these. So with this one, we start in the same way. We come up, go in for the little 2 points, and then we're going to go like that. But instead of coming into the middle, we're going to go into this point. And then we're going to do the same little fly stitch again. Come up where we went in before and then go in the center. Easy. So come back up and then go in to the next intersection. No worries. Jess says that her lunch break is over. Considered making one of the smaller snowflakes into one of these bigger ones, but I didn't want to go over the top basically. Oh, my hoop's moving around like a something that moves around a lot. Oh, got a little tangle. There you go. And then into the center. Then we just start the next one. So we come up where we came up before, pull down tight, and then go into the next intersection. And then come up at the 2 tips of the next bit and then the center. Oh, there we go. So if you wanted to like make these even more subtle, you could, like I said, you could use white thread on a white fabric. You could always do these in one strand of floss. You could even do these in like a tolly thread and they'd look really pretty. And just give it a little bit of sparkle. That'd be nice. Wish I'd thought of that sooner. Hoping I don't run out of floss on this one. If you're doing this in hand, it's really easy to be able to do more of a sewing method. It's a lot quicker. All right, I'm gonna have to flip over my work to tie off the floss. So I have to move this up. Otherwise, I'm just gonna knock it. So to tie it off, I like run my needle through the stitches at the back a little bit and then make a knot. And then that's it. As long as it's tight and doesn't come apart, then it's fine by me. All right, let's move that back down. Oh. There we go. All right, 2 more strands. Again, we'll do our quilter's knot. So pinch, wrap around a bunch, squish it all together. My floss is not letting me hold it properly. I wound it too tight again. There we go. Pull it through, and there we go. And I just like to trim off the little tail so it doesn't get caught and get pulled through. All right, let's do the last one, and then I think we might actually just leave it there because it is 12:30 and I'm feeling flustered by the Instagram issue, and there's not really anything we can start and do quickly from here. And yeah, if you missed it at the start of the stream, I am hoping to keep all of my days less than an hour. But I didn't communicate that I am okay with doing like a half-hour session, because I feel like shorter days might be a bit easier for a lot of people. It's definitely easier for me, especially on Tuesdays and Fridays, because I've got an appointment on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. And I have to pick up my kids at 10 to 1 on Fridays from school. They have early dismissal. But yeah, hopefully a short start is good for you guys that are still hanging around. Tomorrow we will, what should we do tomorrow? I don't know, I'll have to think about that. Let me know if there's a certain area, a section or stitch that you'd like to do. There's a couple that we have to do after some other work. Like we kind of have to leave the turkey work until last. Maybe we'll do another easy one. We'll do the stem stitch tomorrow. Sounds good. I gotta go fix my internet. So if you do miss any of this live stitch along videos, you will be able to find them all on Instagram video, because that's what it's called now, it's not IGTV. Instagram video, and then I'll be uploading them onto YouTube as well. The video that I'll be using is the Instagram video, and obviously today's one I'm going to mirror in my video editing app so it doesn't look so bleh. But yeah, that one will obviously take like an hour or so at least before it gets live, whereas the Instagram one is pretty quick to get pushed up live. So anyway, that's the fly stitch. We've gotten started, which is excellent. Hopefully that was a cute little fun stitch for you to start the day on. And yeah, unless I think of something else that might be better for tomorrow, we will do some stem stitch. We're not going to get through all of that because the stem stitch is the string of lights, all the writing, and the string here for the mittens. And it does take a little bit of time, and we do want to do it properly. We don't want to do shortcuts for stem stitch because otherwise it looks weird. So this is, you can tell, well, I can tell, I guess, but I made sure that this curved all very nicely, which means you have to do lots of little stitches, basically, all the writing. The lights and the mittens were a lot quicker, so yeah, unless you think of, unless there's a stitch, like I said, that you'd like to do first for tomorrow, let me know. You can DM me, or you can add a comment to the Instagram, the IGTV video, or even just like one of the previous posts about the stitch along, so like the one I did today, or one I did last week, or whichever one. I'll get it wherever you post it. But yeah, otherwise I have to think about the days and the order and all of that. But for now, we've gotten started. I seriously love the big one. But yeah, thanks so much everyone for joining in, and hopefully you're all keeping up, and yeah, you're excited for the rest of the stitch along. Thanks so much. Bye. Oh god, now I've got to click all the things.